Good afternoon. Well, I'm here to talk to you about a project that I've had the privilege of working on over about the last 18 months, which is the mission that we've set ourselves at TalkSport to try and establish ourselves as a truly global sports audio brand. In preparing for this session, I was reminded of an RSL I got involved with some years ago, where they had one of those trails you've probably heard on countless radio stations. The RSL was in High Wycombe, but they were so proud of the extent of their coverage that they had a trail that proudly said, you know, from Hazelmere to Loudwater, from Piddington to Speen, this is Blink FM. And it got me wondering, why is it that so often we're content for the limits of our local radio TSAs, or even our national borders, to be the extent of our broadcasting ambitions? There's a great irony, I think, that when you go overseas, a lot of the radio stations that you hear are surprisingly familiar. You come across brands that you know and love from the UK, but actually it's not the UK radio companies that are developing 95.8 Capital FM in Singapore, or Magic, or KISS, or Absolute Radio. And I think perhaps we've been missing a trick. Now, there are various challenges, there are various obstacles and reasons why UK radio and UK radio producers perhaps haven't done as much international broadcasting as they might. And there are many exceptions who are doing stuff within independent production companies and so on. But actually, what I'm struck by more is the opportunity for us all as UK radio people. With the English language, with UK culture and content like the Olympic Games, like Adele, being so powerful right around the world, with a market here in the UK in radio and in audio production, which actually is the most mature and the most sophisticated anywhere in the world, and also a technological sophistication. You know, when you travel to other radio markets, what you find is that they look to us. They see a market that has already been through many of those changes in terms of new technology, in terms of social media. And actually, they see a market which has come through those and found ways of making audio relevant and sustainable in a digital and a social age. Just to talk you through our strategy, this is a video that I presented to a conference in Jakarta back in May. We've rebranded since then. There's a few changes, but this gives you an idea of our pitch to people who've never heard of sports radio. They've not heard of TalkSport before.
In the UK, we broadcast sports content 24 hours a day, with a mix of live coverage and passionate debate. Respected presenters and the opinions of our listeners, making us the first choice for sport. TalkSport is a continuing success story, with 3.2 million listeners every week, and we are already an official broadcaster of the Barclays Premier League in the UK, broadcasting live and exclusive commentary of 64 games a season. And now, the biggest has just got bigger, as TalkSport is now global audio partner of the Premier League, with an exclusive package of international audio broadcasting rights for the next 4 football seasons. We now broadcast commentary outside Europe on all 380 Barclays Premier League games in English, Spanish and Mandarin, as we bring the most exciting, competitive football league in the world to the global stage. The passion for sport is global. We want to bring our expertise to provide you with an exclusive global sports package tailored to your local audience, with the players and sports stars they want to follow. With the world of sport delivered direct to you, the game has changed. TalkSport, the world's biggest sports radio station.
So an unashamedly brash, confident pitch, reflecting, I'm sure, some of the values and brand associations that you'd link with TalkSport. And really what that was the first step in a conversation that we started to have with organisations not only in Asia but in other territories about developing sports radio services. Because one of the things we found is that it's a market that's relatively underdeveloped. Now, what we've started off with, because it's a long-term journey, is launching this new service, TalkSport Live, which launched last month and provides the commentaries to a digital audience in English, Spanish and Mandarin of every single Premier League match. It's a really big undertaking, and we've built brand new studios to deliver it. There's also live stats and all of the integrated content that gives people a really rich live match experience. I thought you'd like to hear some content as well. So what this really shows you is, regardless of language, great content. You can tell great content, and if it's compelling, it still communicates. So this is the same goal, commentated in English, and then Spanish, then Mandarin.
TalkSport Live. Si hay un juego en la Premier League, nosotros lo tenemos cubierto. TalkSport Live.
La toca para Torres.
Torres. El gol. El gol, 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 el gol de Torres.
TalkSport Live。英超联赛精彩直播，陪您共度每个周末。
传中的紧接外围，拉米内斯有机会打门了，透了一下，拉米内斯连续的，
这是个机会，托雷斯有没有？
漂亮！就进了，全场比赛这球进得太漂亮了，切尔西队的托雷斯。
TalkSport Live, Premier League action across planet Earth.
That was a goal from a different galaxy.
TalkSport Live.
What we're hoping, maybe we can transfer some of that back to English. The first commentary ended up sounding much the more boring, I think you'll agree. Maybe something to talk to Stan Collymore about. So as well as doing our sort of digital distribution on our website, we've also started to do some broadcast syndication deals. And just very quickly, this is the pitch that we can make to these broadcasters. Really unique, exclusive content that will frustrate their competitors and excite their advertisers in equal measure, with expert analysis, commentary in their language and tailored for their local markets. We've already been working with SiriusXM, BFBS radio for some time, but we've added partnerships in Canada and in Africa and in other markets. And actually this Sunday and Saturday, SBS, a small little radio network in Australia, is taking the coverage for the first time, not only in English but also in Mandarin. We also added Astro at the weekend, which is one of Asia's largest media companies and the biggest radio player in Malaysia, a really big market for Premier League. I just wanted to finish really by broadening it a little bit. This is a little service that I came across a little while ago called Test Match Sofa. I don't know if you've come across it. But essentially what it does is it provides alternative cricket commentary around the world from someone's sofa. Now, I won't get into the sort of ins and outs of the rights. I'm not quite sure how they're doing it. That's best left for another day. But what they're doing is saying, look, we're not the BBC, we're not Test Match Special, but there is an international audience for our slightly alternative, quirky take on the cricket. And actually that company was sold for, I think, £100,000 recently to a cricket website and media company. So they're obviously doing something right. Really, the thought I just thought I'd leave you on is you don't have to be a big media company to extend your coverage area beyond Piddington and Spain to Buenos Aires and Beijing, where we hope to be broadcasting within the next year. Actually, you can do it from your sofa because the tools are available and the creativity is within this room and within this industry to do it. Thank you.
The notion that a UK-based company can distribute foreign language commentary all from the UK to as many other countries as it wants is really interesting. And it's 3 languages at the moment, but why couldn't it be 50 languages? And that it's all based in a bunker somewhere in the UK is a bit nuts, but brilliant.
It's been a great day. Lots of good people to talk to, lots of good people to listen to, and lots of good things.